Have you ever wondering how a violence repaid with sacrifice in order to not causing other violence? Or have you ever heard about the war that won without any violence? My name is Satkavan and I will tell you about that story. Story about a guy who inspires many people to value peace without any violence. This guy known as Mahatma Gandhi. Well, his real name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, but a lot of people call him Mahatma, which is mean great soul. Why is it so? Let's begin with his background. Gandhi was born in India on 1869. This was the time when India was still colonized by England. Gandhi was born into a Hindu family, and his mother is a devout Hindu. But Gandhi, not even close. His youth was filled with alcohol, and he was a drunkard. He even ate beef, which was forbidden by Hinduism. Bad Gandhi, very bad Gandhi. But there's an educated man. He got a law degree after studying in London. But it took him a long time to find a job, until finally he worked in Africa for 21 years. And he was a successful lawyer in Africa. Fortunately, while in Africa, many things have turned him into a devout Hindu. He was shaded by Hindu organizations there, and also he saw a lot of oppression against Hindus in Africa. So Gandhi becomes a politician and activist. And that is what started his fight in dividing peace. Until his fight in Africa is also heard to his hometown, India, which was still colonized by England at that time. Many parties asked for his help to fight for Indian independence, and he accepted the offer. So, this is where the story began. In 1915, when Gandhi was 45 years old, he came to India and carried out his movement by expanding women's rights, building religious and ethnic friendships, and of course, achieving government positions. One of the iconic stories is when Gandhi brought thousands of people together to pen for salt. Yeah, pen for salt. This movement is also called as Satyagraha. Instead of using violence, Gandhi chose this action as a form of resistance to the high salt taxes that given by the British government that colonized them at that time. So on March 12, 1930, he led thousands of people from Sabarmati on a 24-day walk of about 240 miles to the Dandi coast. This campaign overthrew the British Empire salt law, which ultimately had a significant impact on changing world and British attitudes towards Indian independence. It led a large number of Indians joining the resistance for the first time. This was the most significant organized resistance to British authority and was immediately followed by the Declaration of Indian Independence. Happy Independence Day. Gandhi was always tried to choose the non-violent way of war. One of the most frequently used methods is fasting. For example, on October 6, 1924, Gandhi was fasted in order to reconcile the Hindu and Islamic in India, which were at war with each other at that time. He fasted for 21 days in order to persuade the two parties to reconcile. He fasted 21 days to persuade those two religions in India. He did not eat anything and only drank a little water. And it was quite threatening to his health. During fasting, he always gave message to each side to return to peace. He said, what is needed at this time is not religion, but mutual respect and tolerance between various religions that his efforts have not succeeded in reducing the conflict between religions. Even some Hindus in India at that time felt angry at Gandhi for defending Muslims. The fighting never ends until one day in the morning, as usual, he prayed with his followers. As usual, he talked to the followers, and at the end of the meeting, they able to talk together as usual. But January 30, 1948, it was a different day for Gandhi. There is a guy who get the turn to talk to Gandhi, but he didn't say anything. He only asked for Gandhi's blessing, and he takes out a gun and shot Gandhi right on the chest. Naturam Godse killed the man who fight for his freedom, who fight for India, who fight for Hindus. Naturam Godse killed Mahatma Gandhi. I know this is not a happy ending story, but everyone believes that Gandhi must forgive this assassin. Because Gandhi ever said like this: be the human that when at your birth everyone laughed happily, but only you yourself wept. And be the human that when you're dead everyone cried sadly, but only you smiled. That is Mahatma Gandhi. My name is Saad Kaban. Thank you very much.